Well, hello. Hi, everybody. I'm so pleased that you've decided to connect with these heart-to-heart messages. And I really hope that you'll find some encouragement, inspiration, and general insights into where you are in your journey right now. I guess we all want to present the best version of ourselves. Well, most of us do most of the time. But there are times when, we need to dig ourselves out of some kind of a hole. There are those occasions where life has just landed stuff on us unexpectedly. And that's when we lack motivation and we lack the mojo to just keep going at the level that we should be at. And at those moments, our inner world needs that right touch. It needs that encouragement, that loving hug, that reassurance. And when we get that, somehow fresh energy is released and we find the strength to reboot and to push through. So I do hope that there's something in these messages that may revitalize that part of you, might be a catalyst that just helps you to rise up again, reset your course, and go beyond anything that could be holding you back. So I'm Simone Pentel, creator of the Heart to Heart deck and an exhibitor at wellbeing events. Now I'm going to base what I'm sharing with you on a card from the Heart to Heart set, but there's no need to have the deck of cards. I'm sure this will speak to your heart nonetheless, and you will be able to see the card on the screen. And if you're interested, do check them out at the website spiritencounter.com. So today I'm focusing on the anxious achiever. Now we all have a need to achieve certain key goals. There are key goals in our lives that are important to us, and we may be experiencing a struggle to actually make progress. And so we're going to focus on what those key goals are. What is the dream? What is the potential? What is the big picture for you right now? Things may be going well, and you might be working in a very productive way towards your aims. Or it could be that some of those aims and goals have been abandoned and other stuff has got in the way, or negativity has got in the way. So just imagine if you could travel 5 years into the future. What would be the achievements and the accomplishments you'd like to see? Take a moment and just picture yourself having achieved those key goals. Just enjoy the success of having done what you dreamed of doing. Now continue to hold that picture in your mind's eye, and then see yourself having worked through a process. Perhaps you encountered different challenges, different setbacks. What might be the emotions that you experienced along the way? Were you in a place of panic and anxiety, or calm confidence? Were there times when you really questioned and doubted yourself, almost gave up? And what are the emotions like having achieved your aims. Now, how does this exercise actually make you feel? Is it easy to imagine this success in your life? Or are you actually struggling to picture it? Because there's a voice of doubt speaking to you right now, and it's pretty loud. So maybe this is an opportunity where you need to recognize the anxieties you have and recommit and refocus on those goals. And let's bring the starting point back to you. You do have a unique purpose, a special and important contribution to make. You know, that's a truth. We so often rub ourselves out of the picture and put ourselves right in the corner at the back somewhere. And yet, we do have a specific reason why we were born onto the planet at this time. Therefore, the community, the environment around us is waiting for what we have to share, actually needs what it is that is the God-given expression inside of us, the God-given expression that we carry. It's been placed in us for the benefit of others, and people need what it is we have. So the goals and the dreams that you're abandoning are not just about you. They're not just going to be a matter of your own disappointment, but actually there's going to be a gap for so many other people. And whether what you're thinking of doing or your goal would impact just a few or the many, it really doesn't matter, because it's specific and it's important that you achieve the very thing that's in your heart. Because however you see it, it's likely to be a smaller version of the truth. So when you think about achieving your goals, where do you see yourself in relation to that? Are you in a main road, a main route, heading towards the destination, perhaps like you're on a motorway? Or is it more like a back street location? You've got a bit lost, you've come off the main road, and you're not really sure how to get back on track. And actually, what has had the power to derail you? Have specific people in your life seem to put you off or overwhelm you in some way? Or has it been unexpected situations that seem to sabotage your goals? Perhaps you've believed some lies, such as you're too old, you're too young, not gifted enough. Something that you've done in your past disqualifies you. So let's reject that way of thinking and reclaim abandoned dreams and fully own life goals and purposes. Define them, underline them in your life, make them a part of you again, remember them, make them a member of you, of who you are. Determined to pursue again what really matters. You see, the anxious achiever is inside of all of us. Fearing failure, fearing extra responsibilities that might come with success. Sometimes we want to be noticed and applauded, and we're quite offended if we're not. But we're schizophrenic because other times we just want to hide away, disappear in a very self-deprecating way. And we flip-flop between the two. So recognize right now that you carry a God dream, something that's been put inside of you by the Creator. And there's something about a God dream. It has an infusion of strength from a higher realm. It's the kind of dream that ultimately doesn't die, even if it's not fully alight. It's not fully quenched either. And even as I'm talking, something might be stirring on the inside. And that's the God dream. So fan it into flame, let it come alive. And yeah, we have to understand that it's not going to be plain sailing. And a resilient attitude that persists really needs to be developed, redeveloped. And when you make mistakes, regard it as simply feedback. Because you have permission to have a second or a third or a fourth attempt at things. So who said it had to go well the first time or be perfect? And don't look to approval from others. And don't be moved by people's applause or criticisms. Success or failure is just part of the course. So if you're not happy with something you've created, review it, rectify it, consider what you might need to do differently. If you had an interview that wasn't successful, don't stop yourself applying again somewhere else. See life as brimming with new chances, more possibilities and options. And when we know that we're on course, it's as though the universe, the Creator, is smiling on us. And so we need to have the sense that we are on track. Practical, spiritual, trustworthy guidance from the Creator, from the wonderful Counselor, undergirds and strengthens everything that we do. And so ask for that direction. Look above to a higher power. Invite the Creator to reveal to you the Spirit of truth and engage with the Spirit of truth. Ask the Spirit of truth to be your mentor, to show you signs, to highlight the direction and to confirm that you're on track. Because when you recognize those signs in your life, it's as though you know that there's a higher intelligence engineering events, and your sense of assurance and confidence grows and goes deeper. And it could be that there's feelings of inner peace, calm, assurance, a sense of not worrying that brings you that knowing, that confirmation that you're on track. And seeing how events actually transpire can also be significant. However, remembering too that setbacks are normal and that your God dream will be challenged, will be opposed. It could be that unusual coincidences, things falling in place, like pieces of a jigsaw coming together, are also divine intervention. Now, you may feel that there are times when there's an inner disquiet, a twang of discomfort. It's like a check, something is like a check inside of you. And you know that perhaps there's something not quite right, something not quite flowing, and that can be a divine warning. And as any warrior of the light well knows, there will be those discouragements, negative messages, conflicts, and that behind all of that could possibly be spiritual forces from the realm of darkness just trying to sabotage you, put you off course. And one of the strategies is to simply bring heaviness and discouragement, lack of motivation, or exaggerate your worries and fears. But the spiritual battle is often in the mind, in your spirit, in your emotions. And that's where you need to turn to find the beauty, the brightness of the light, to lift you above, to fix your mind and your thoughts and your intention on inspiration, on the power of God, on the ways that lift you up above negativity. And so by doing that, by being mindful, by being purposeful, by looking at the things that will take you forward, the strength that you can be given when you acknowledge that you need a strength that is beyond your strength. You need a strength that comes from the power of God. And when you acknowledge that, when you trust in that, you are lifted up above. And so we can use this opportunity right now to make some declarations that will help you to achieve your goals, to turn anxiety into prayer, to turn worry into wisdom, to overcome when achieving, when seeking to achieve. And so the anxious achiever becomes more bold and more confident. So these words could be declarations of power that will help you to realign with your destiny and purpose. They're going to come up on screen, and it would be a great thing to use them on a daily basis, to speak them over your life, into your spirit, into your emotions, into your circumstances. I come into the presence of the God who radiates perfect peace. I surrender and I turn in to the presence of God. I will be vulnerable and expose my concerns, worries, and fears to a loving God. In return, I receive a calm, peaceful and composed spirit in the place of anxiety and tension. I put my trust in the goodness of my Creator. I fully open my heart and receive the unconditional love of my Creator. I am released from all fear and doubt. I am being empowered by the power of God. I am becoming more and more secure and able to fulfill my God dreams.